Okay, I'm just gonna make a quick flash news forecast here because I am currently sick, so please excuse my voice. But we do have some severe weather coming into Michigan today with a very large heat up, 60s and even some maybe 70s in the southern half of the lower peninsula into a large cold front here, and these will be some strong storms as we can see on the radar. Currently, this is that heat coming up from the south, giving us some rain showers. Nothing severe here at all. But as you can see, it gets later into the day and we start seeing some severe weather. Let me show you the Storm Prediction Center real quick. We do have a slight risk for a large portion of the lower peninsula and a marginal risk for the entirety of it. And we have relatively low hail risk, decent tornado risk. This is a 2 to 4% chance of a tornado. And it is level 1 intensity, meaning it could be an EF2 tornado or higher, or lower, I think I meant. And then for wind is probably our strongest chance for some severe weather with a 15% chance of some significant wind speeds tonight, more like this afternoon. As you can see, as this cold front comes in, we have some cells forming here that these could definitely get some decent structure on them. I think this could be even supercellular. These are ahead of the cold front, so usually they will have the highest chance for hail and a tornado, maybe less likely for strong winds. But I will get into why I'm not super confident in this in a moment here. But these are some strong looking storm signatures, so I will be watching these closely, especially because they're going near me. And then we get this secondary line following the cold front. This is kind of a QLCS, especially as it goes through, the second half of the Lower Peninsula. We've got some pretty strong bow echoes here. I think these could bring 50 to 70 mile an hour wind gusts pretty easily, and it goes all the way through Michigan into the overnight hours. And let me just give you a time frame real quick. This is 5 p.m. Our first cells start coming in off the lake around 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10, 11, 12. And by the time it's 12 o'clock, we shouldn't be seeing any more severe weather, especially with anything behind here. Now, if we take a look at the sounding in front of these storms, you will see that the Cape is pretty minimal. Cape is basically the fuel for the thunderstorms in the atmosphere. There is enough for some severe weather, absolutely. Tornado wise, I'm not super confident. That is why we used to have a 5% tornado risk. Now we have a 2%, which 2% is still a lot in comparison to your average thunderstorm. And especially because if you see this red line here, it's very curved. And that might not mean anything to you, but it does to me. Storm relative helicity is in the 300s to 400s, and that is plenty enough for a tornado. But that that level of fuel in the atmosphere might hinder it big time. And so I'm not super confident in the ability to produce tornadoes with these thunderstorms, but I do think we could see a tornado or two maybe spin up, especially with these leading supercell storms. And take a look at this. This is the updraft run max, the helicity updraft. Basically, how much of the warm air going up is going to be spinning, and that's what causes the tornadoes. Excuse me. And you can see we have a couple streaks coming through, especially this strong one right here. Uh, all of these could be producing like rotating thunderstorm. This line right here in particular, I think it goes into this storm right here. This makes perfect sense. This looks like a supercell structure on the radar right now. Whether or not this is actually going to happen is pretty much impossible to tell right now. But the HRRR says it, so I'm going to believe it for the most part, but take it with a grain of salt. And the Grand Rapids National Weather Service probably says it the best. The best chance for severe weather will roughly be from 4 p.m. through midnight. Strong and damaging winds will be the main threat, but large hail and an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out. And some locally heavy rain, which could lead to flooding, is also a threat. But yeah, just keep an eye out. We do have a 2 out of 5 chance for severe weather tonight. Keep your radar open if you can, and check your news, whatever. I am sick, so I don't know if I'll be able to go storm chasing, but I'll be watching this very carefully because I'm not trying to miss out. But yeah, I think this should be pretty interesting. Nothing too insane, but based off this radar scan right here, it's looking like a pretty strong system. So I would definitely keep an eye on your radars.